Hi, everybody. I just wanted to give you a video walkthrough of doing the distance remote healing for Reiki, kind of make it easier as you're kind of learning how to do this. You want to start off feeling relaxed in a good place for yourself, that you've gotten everything you need done as far as setting things up with the patient, the client, and that they're in a good, comfortable place with good music, lighting, temperature, that kind of thing. Usually prepping them ahead of time as to what they might feel, and then planning on talking with them afterwards. Sometimes you won't be doing distance healing on someone who is aware you're going to be doing this because it's a spontaneous need to send them some help. And then you need to learn for that energetic yes, which is essentially that after you've made this connection, you can feel the energy start flowing. So that's essentially a yes. If the energy is not flowing, then you want to take a second, make sure that this makes sense, and that you can ask again and see if the energy flows. But if it doesn't, you need to accept that as this is not what they want right now. So let's get us set up, and we're going to go through the process. So again, you should be comfortable sitting, standing, doesn't matter. I usually have music playing so that I can dance and not really full on dance, but kind of move in a rhythm because it seems to help me focus. I'm a little ADD. So in any case, that is the first thing you want to get done. So the second step is to make sure you're ready to visualize. And so some people use some props. Those might be like a teddy bear or a doll or a photo of the person. Some of us also do the visualization on ourselves, where we visualize giving Reiki to our own body, but it's actually going to the person we're thinking about. And then others of us will actually visualize a person on a Reiki table in front of us, all ready to get a treatment. You can do any combination of those too. You don't have to stick with one or the other. I kind of flip back and forth between seeing somebody on a table in front of me or picturing that I'm feeling them inside of me, and giving energy to me gives energy to them. So either way, as you're doing this, you'll start to get feedback and you'll understand what's working for you and what isn't. So go ahead and get centered. You can do your dry bathing technique to start off. But the first thing you want to do is visualize this person in a bubble of light. As you're visualizing this person in a bubble of light, relaxed, calm, you want to go ahead and then say their names 3 times. Once you've said their name 3 times and you start to maybe feel like there's a connection there, you want to then apply the chukare symbol to their body. So you visualize the chukare symbol in your hand, and then take your hand and sweep from the top of their crown, just above their head, all the way down to their feet, so that you're applying that chukare all the way down to the feet. Then you would do the same thing. You put a Seiki symbol in your mind's eye in your hand, and apply the Seiki all the way from the crown down to the feet, so the whole body is getting that. Then you want to do the Hancho Zeisho Zen symbol, visualizing it in your hand, and then applying it from the crown all the way down to the body. Then the last one is you're going to do another chukare, put the chukare in your hand, apply it from the crown to the feet, but then bring that back to your forehead. So you're essentially connecting you to them so that you get feedback, you get more information back during this process. So after that, you basically want to visualize yourself getting into the bubble with them. So you can draw a little door, just picture yourself climbing in, however you want. But you want to visualize that you're now in the bubble with the client. Now you can be right next to them in your mind's eye, giving the treatment, just like you would if they were right in front of you. So whether you're going to do, a regular scan first, or you're going to scan, just work on certain chakras or wherever your hands are brought, intuitively, but complete the Reiki session as you normally would. Get to the place where you feel like everything feels smooth, and you do your 3 sweeps at the end to smooth the aura. And then when you're finished, you essentially back out of the bubble, picturing them in the bubble. You want to break the chukare in your head that's attached to your forehead. So you just kind of feel like you kind of grab that symbol and then bring it back into them, push it back into that bubble with them. And then you want to picture that they're in this nice big bubble of energy. And I usually, in my mind's eye, visualize filling that bubble with a whole bunch of positive, sparkly energy. And you want to visualize them floating off into the universe in a better place, feeling better and having the energy they need to get their things done, to keep going towards their dreams and feeling better. Usually at the end, and so after that you're done, you can do a dry bathing technique right then if you want, but you could also give some extra energy to the earth or different situations that might be going on around you that you want to apply some positive empathy energy towards. So you can ground out that energy, then do the dry bathing. And afterwards, I would generally have you then connect with that person if they were aware you were giving them Reiki. If this is like a spontaneous, you need somebody needs help, you don't have to set up phone calls and stuff afterwards. But if it's somewhere that you'd set up, like, we're going to do this, then you should call afterwards, share your findings, and then let them talk about anything that came up for them, so that you're closing the loop of the information that was found during this process. And I think that's it. So as a quick recap, so you guys can use just this part, visualize them in a bubble of light after you're grounded. Then you want to apply the Chukare symbol from crown to foot. Then you want to apply the Seiki symbol from crown to foot. Then the Hansho Zeisho Zen symbol from crown to foot. Then one more Chukare from crown to foot, but then bring it back into your forehead to connect the feedback between the two of you. Then you crawl into the bubble. You do your session. Finish it up with the smooch. Then you crawl out of the bubble. Disconnect that Chukare from your forehead and push it back into them while they're in the bubble. Visualize that bubble filled with all of this extra sparkly energy that they can use when needed, and let them go off on their day into the universe in a better place. That's the basic steps. So they're pretty easy once you get used to them. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you back in class. Thank you very much.